Hello guys, this is Ratu498 and this is a 1v1 point man commentary tournament battles. This was a best of 3. My opponent is Shaith. So in this my army build I've got 6 katana samurai units, 2 Najinata, I'm not even going to try and pronounce it, everyone moans at me when I do. The monk spear guys, 3 Yari Ashgari, 2 samurai matchlock units, and 4 Yari Cav. I'm playing as Shimazu, something like that, and my opponent is playing as Takeda, I believe. And this is my first classic battle I've played, so I'm not particularly clued up on what they do. Apparently it's said to me that the katana samurai are better for these guys, so I took a few of them just to see what happened. So my opponent's build, he's got a couple of matchlock units, some katana, a few spears, and he's got quite a big cav force. He has got a couple of great guard, a couple of Yari, I believe he's got a light cav as well, so he outmatches me on the old cav front. So this is the first game we played, and basically it's just going to be a little bit of manoeuvring to start with. I should have brought some bows against this build to make him try and attack me. I didn't, so it caused myself a bit of a problem. So I'm skip this forward a little bit, basically because there was a lot of manoeuvring around. My opponent Shaith has hidden himself in the forest, so I'm just going to push forward. I'm not entirely sure realistically what I plan to do against this build of his. He's going to beat me with the cav. To be honest, you know, I don't think I should have attacked. I should have just waited it out, but I didn't really want to, so I decided to try and get involved with it. All his units were in the forest straight in front of me there. There's a hill, so I'm just going to try and take advantage of that, and I'm going to try and go straight over the top of the hill. Now, basically my attack is so, for lack of a better word, shit, that I just basically get completely and totally destroyed while doing it. Quite a few things I do wrong. First one is I don't pay enough attention to the fact that he's coming out of the forest when I go in. And also I completely disregard the fact that his cav's going to come through and destroy me, and the fact he's also got a couple of hidden cav, I believe, in the forest as well, so they're going to come straight forward and have a go at me as well. So as you can see now, I'm just going to move my army up. I'm going to bring my hidden cav out, and I'm going to target my sword units in. As these units are hidden, I've got very limited units to target already, so basically it's going to cause me a bit of a problem, but as I say, I just wanted to try this out. I mean, for me these classic battles are completely new, never tried them, so it was all a bit of fun. I wanted to see how it went on. He's got his matchlock shooting at me, but my meat shield are taking the shots at them, so it's not really too much of a problem. My matchlock's now in, but as you can see, late reacting to that cav charge. There's no spears over there at all. Stupid mistake. By the time I get my spears over there, it's going to be too late. It'd have already hit into one of my katana units. One of my spear units has ran away. 2 of my spears ran away straight away. He's brought his 2 other cav units round his back now, and they're going to come straight into my matchlocks, I believe. So I counter-charge my cav on the right, and they're going to go into his cav which charged me, and then he's going to come straight in behind with his cav as well. And it's just kind of everything I could have done wrong. I think I probably did. I don't actually think I did everything right, whereas my opponent played very well in this game. He did everything correctly, so it caused me a huge problem. And even now, you see, I'm not really switching targets with my cav, which is something you really want to be doing. Keep your cav moving in and out rather than keeping them stationary. So really just basically complete balls up as I went in here. As I say, I probably never should have attacked. I should have kind of just held back and waited for him to come out of the forest, but I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to try and have some fun with these games, as I think that's kind of what Point Man's going for, is a bit of fun, something good for everyone to watch. So I'm just saying good game to Shaith already. I know this is over now. Before realistically, it's finished. It is already finished. There's no way back from this for me now. As you can see, my cav units are still stationary. Honestly, I have no idea what I thought I was doing in this game at all. So it was kind of just one big balls up. So I've got some more spears going in on my right, which are just counteracting his cav, which are still engaged with my matchlocks. My matchlocks are still firing at me at the moment. My men are holding up right, but realistically they've got no chance of doing anything else. His cav's going to just come ripping through my matchlocks. He's got some spears into my matchlocks now as well. My general is routing away. As soon as my general routes away, that'll pretty much be this.
Our men are running from the battlefield. Shape for display.
Still, I mean, as I say, I wanted to have a bit of fun. I didn't want to sit around and wait for him to come out of the forest. So basically his tactic kind of outbeat me there. So it was a good game to him. That was the first game to him. The second game's coming up. Earlier on, I completely forgot the rules. Point man sent them to me and I completely forgot them, so Shaith was kind enough to send them through to me. Right, so this is the second battle. In this battle I decided to completely change. I was hoping he was going to bring the same formation and build, which he did. He did exactly that. So I bought myself 3 Monk Warrior bow units, 2 matchlocks, 2 of the spear units, which I can't pronounce, 3 Yari Ashkari, 4 katana, 2 light cav and 3 Yari. My light cav this time, I'm going to try and use him to hold his army up, because I'm going to make him try and rush me. He's going to have no choice with this kind of build. I've got 3 bow units, so I can just sit back and shoot him all day. Well, until the arrows run out, obviously. So I'm going to make him have to come and rush me, so my light cav are going to be there basically to try and hold him up when he does that. So his build is pretty much identical to the one he just had. I believe he changed his cav units a little bit, but other than that it's pretty much the same. I've got 3 of my cav units on my left this time. They're heading in the forest. I didn't put any in my right. I've got 2 of my light cav joined to my main force, but there's nothing hidden on my right at all. So basically I'm just going to move on up, and I'm going to keep moving up until I get into range, and then when I get into range I'm just going to stand still and I'm going to shoot him. And basically this is my plan, just bring him towards me, try and hold him up long enough so my matchlocks and my bows can do a decent enough job just to finish him off. So this is kind of it's kind of like the tactic that Point Man asked me to try out a little while ago and suggested I started to try and use. So I had a go at it in this one. I've got 5 spear units again. Normally I believe like games like this, when people are going to do something like this, they use the old noob box tactic, but I really disagree with that. I don't think that's fun. I mean, does it really matter if you want to lose? I think it's just a lot more fun if you just get involved and go at it. So this is just going to be a situation where I was just going to start shooting him up, and then as soon as I see him coming forward to me, I'm going to rush some of my units forward and just use my bows and matchlocks and stuff just to try and take advantage of being able to kill a few of his units off without actually being in combat with them. So the way I've done my formation, I've got my matchlocks behind my bows, they're protecting them. I've got 1 meat shield in front, just in case he rushes his matchlocks up and I don't manage to kill him. So as you can see now I'm edging forward, I'm going to edge forward another couple of times until I get into range. And as soon as I'm in range, he's going to have no choice really but to move forward. The only other option he would have is try and get rid of my bows with some cav, but with the way my formation is, he wouldn't be able to get into them. Too many spears around with the matchlocks as well, it'd take a lot of losses for that. And in this game I believe it's pretty important to have cav advantage if you're not going to do some kind of box with your spears. So, but one thing I've got to say about these classic battles, they do seem to be a lot fairer than the Avatar campaign games. Just simply because of the fact that you've all got the same amount of money with the same kind of units. The factions I believe do matter a little bit. As I said, I don't really know too much about them. But here we go now, my bows are in range. They don't do really a lot of damage, so I think I'll move forward again. But no, he's coming on to me now, and my bows are in range. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take a couple of my cav units, and I'm going to start harassing. And then I'm going to rush forward my swords. Here's my swords going forward now. So I'm going to rush them forward, and basically I just want to hold them up. And my light cav are going to go in now. Here's my other light cav unit. And I'm going to put this unit here into a spear wall, which is going to hold up any attack which he decides to do to me. I move my spears forward on his cav coming in, and then I charge my cav to try and keep them there so my spears can be effective. I'm going to get a good hit on his matchlocks. See, this is kind of what I did in the last game. He's kind of doing it now. Basically just attacking with no kind of plan, just coming forward and really having nothing else to do but come forward. So he's kind of done what I did last game, which was just rush into it. As you can see now, he's just getting shot by arrows. He's not actually doing anything else, so he's caused himself a problem now, whereas he's going to continuously now be shot by the arrows. I've actually pulled a couple of my sword units back because he wasn't advanced far enough forward. Then I'm going to turn them and I'm going to move them back in again. As you can see, he's trying to get his cav away from my cav, and he's going to try and get them back into these lines. He's actually switched them all across to the other flank. Here's, which is alright by me, I don't mind that at all. So my swords are going to go back in down the bottom. My cav are going to come in behind his cav. And my archers and my bow units are still firing in. So my cav's going in. As you can see, a few units running away in there. His cav's come around the outside, so I'm going to take my spear unit and I'm going to whack that into them. I'm going to then send my spear units, which I cannot name, forward, just to make sure that the cav unit doesn't get through. There's another cav unit in there as well, I believe. So there's more spear units on my left, which I'm moving forward. My other sword units, which are going to come in from behind. So these two cav units as well, which are just sitting idly by, they're going to now get into the middle of the battle. And I believe I'm going to hit the war cry. Yep, I've hit the war cry with this unit. So that'll give my enemies a bit more of a shock. As you can see, this tactic worked a lot better, but only because his attack really wasn't very good, to be completely honest. Just like mine wasn't in the last one, his attack in this one was really quite poor. But this was also a good game. As you can see right now, he's got no chance of winning now at all. He's got a matchlock unit, spear unit. His general's still alive, I believe, but that's pretty much about it. That's all he's got. So my cav are going to come out now, and they're just going to finish off all these units. But yeah, again, that was a good game to my opponent. And basically, the one thing I noticed in this game, it's kind of like I play Napoleon and things like that. It's kind of the way that whoever seems to attack normally does kind of have a disadvantage. And they do, even with a meat shield. But then again, even if you've got a meat shield, you still tend to lose a unit, so you still end up having a disadvantage. But that was a good game. I was a lot happier with my performance in that one. So this is the third game. I take the same build, and Shaith takes the same build. So I looked at this and thought, great, okay, looking forward to this. And I was thinking I had a very good chance of winning this. This time I had one Yari cav unit on my right, two on my left, both hidden in the forest, hidden in the forests. And I'm just kind of assuming that things are going to go the same way. So I'm just going to sit back a little bit. I'm going to launch a few bows at him, and he's going to rush forward, and my units will hold him up, and that'll be the end of the battle, and that'll be a good game. So that's what I'm hoping to happen. So his cav unit, I'm just swinging around now as well. Walk them in the forest, they walk hidden, which is always a good advantage. Although certain maps like this one, for example, you can't take full advantage of it because there's not really anywhere for them to walk. But as you can see now, I'm just going to move up again. And I believe Shaith this time had a plan as to what he was going to hope to do. So, but as I say, he's got pretty much the same army. I think he's alternated the cav around a bit throughout all three games, but pretty much the same army. So I'm just waiting for him to get in range. He moves forward a little bit, And I'm going to budge myself forward a little bit as well now. It's just basically wait until I get into range. Oh, plenty of time now, because I know he's going to... I'm expecting him to rush really, really suddenly, just all his units forward. That's what I'm expecting him to do. So I'm going to be waiting for him to do that. Move forward a little bit more. And here he goes. So he's moving his units forward now. So I stop my units moving, just so when he does get into range, my bows get a good shot off. He stops his units. Now, in a minute, there's one thing I do that's really, really silly. And to be honest, I make a few mistakes very early on, which probably costs me quite dearly in units in this game. So my bows are nearly in range now. So now I'm just going to move them slightly to the left and straighten my lines up basically. And my bow units will be in range in a second. His cav are now moving. So I'm going to be getting my army ready to just move. Oh no, he's moving now. So he moves forward now. My bows are going to fire off obviously. And this is the bit I do silly, really. I send my light cav in straight away, which is all fairly good, well enough. But he's stopped his matchlocks moving, which means they're going to get shot off at me. See, there they go. So I lost a huge amount of my cav force then for nothing. So, and he's got a spear unit there as well, and I'm just going to bang straight into that. Another spear unit pops out. So it causes me quite a big problem. It does. My spears are going to go in and try and kill his cav off. And I've got my cav moving now on the right, and they're going to go into his... am I going to move in? No, I'm going to keep him down there for a second in the trees, I believe. So, I haven't moved my swords forward, which is really, really a bad problem for me now. Not moving those swords forward was disastrous. He manages to get a cav unit into me. And my matchlocks are really not going to do good enough. And as you can see, this time in the battle, you see he's much closer. Whereas the last game I managed to keep him away, I got my sword units up quick. This game he's a lot closer to me, which is causing me a big problem. If your opponent gets close, when you've got bow units, things like that, you've got to move them back, which means that you've got problems with the fact that he's going to be able to get onto you without you shooting them. And as you can see here, basically he's already upon me, and I haven't got anywhere near enough shots off that I needed to get to make use of my range advantage and everything. So my matchlocks are firing off. My cav are coming in behind to whack into these katanas that she's got. My general's going to come forward. I'm going to hit his morale button and then put him in standard fight.
Our men are running from the battlefield.
So I believe I used my war cry on my spear units, which I cannot name. And as you can see here, I've just got units thrown away in the middle. It was really bad. I should have got my swords up and my spears up a lot quicker than that. My cav would have been able to hold up his cav. So realistically, I really screwed up again at the very, very beginning of this battle. Before anything had even started, I'd made a huge mistake. I mean, at the moment it's not going disastrously. I've still got a lot of units firing in. His units are pretty heavily depleted at the moment from taking all the bow fire and everything. But I haven't actually got any force now to charge in to finish him off, to give him a blow at the end, so there's not really a huge amount I can do now. But these were very good games. So this is actually going to be 2-1 to Shaith, so it was well played to him. If you want to check his channel out, there'll be a link in there as well. Also check Point Man's channel out if anyone hasn't. I'm sure you all know him. But if anyone hasn't, go check his channel out, where all the games will be posted eventually. All these games which I've posted, all the games which, so all the other commentators involved have posted and everything, they're all going to be involved as well. So go and check that out. And as I say, I've enjoyed playing these games. It was a really nice guy, Shaith. Thoroughly enjoyed playing a few games with him. And he said at the end this game was close, which I think he was just being nice to me, to be honest, because the way I saw it, it didn't seem too close at all. He's got like 3 units in reserve, and he's got a huge amount of units in the centre, so it didn't seem very close at all. But it was very kind of him to say so. So I wish him good luck in the next games, and I hope everyone goes and takes a quick look at his channel. And I'd like to thank everyone for watching. I hope everyone enjoyed the videos. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and obviously go and check my other channels lists out. And I thank you all very much, and goodbye.